page are Meatmorphic notes and previous rock cycle. So in my code file, you see the Meatmorphic rock notes. So I've copied them down, like spots, and this is the equation. So remember, in this we had the rock cycle drawn. We don't let it so long. We're just focusing on the key things, keywords that trigger in our mind what forms them. That's how they're sorted, is by how they're formed, what makes them. So we had our rock cycle notes, we have our igneous, sedimentary, and then metamorphic. Remember, morph means change, and meta means form. So literally, these rocks are changing their form. It's almost like taking a cake batter, putting it in the oven, and then you have a new thing, a cake. So same ingredients, but the heat of the oven changes the heat batter into the cake. Same thing here with the rocks. So our processes are heat pressure. And this isn't like it's hot in the desert. This is the thousands of degrees down inside the earth heat. Okay? And the pressure of the earth sitting on top of you, smushing you. Okay, so you've got here your surface. And below the surface, just an example, you've got 3 different sedimentary rocks. Right? You'll recognize their names from our notes on sedimentary. And then it shows you what metamorphic forms they turn into. So sandstone becomes quartzite, shale becomes slate. Slate, you might recognize that as chalkboard. Okay, so like the black or green chalkboard that you write on, that's slate. Or even the science tables, if they're slate, they're just pretty polished. Or limestone, which is everywhere around here. You know, that mid-afternoon shake you feel about the 40 down the road. Okay, we have limestone everywhere. Or when that gets enough heat pressure, it becomes marble, which you've seen in like pillars, countertops, and whatnot. So limestone becomes marble when it goes through heat pressure. But you can also take an igneous rock and turn it into a metamorphic rock. Okay, so we know granite is an intrusive igneous, and see how it's down underneath the ground. And when you apply heat pressure, it becomes gneiss. That's how you pronounce this word. The G is silent, just like gnat. But that's pronounced gneiss. There are a lot of puns in geology, and this one's used a lot. Right? Your word is nice. You'll see the hot magma here as well. So when you apply heat and pressure, it chemically changes them, almost like baking them, and they become a different type of rock. Okay, so that wraps up our notes. In week 17, you'll see the rock cycle game. When you open it, you'll have your own copy of the rock cycle game Google Slides. And on slide 2 are your directions. So if you have these on print, you can feel free that everything can be contained inside this Google Slides. So it tells you the game chart. The game chart is on slide 2. So see it here. Right? And here's my example I forgot to erase. You're going to pick a starting station. So just to see what the stations are. There's clouds, Earth's interior, mountains, ocean, river, volcano, soil. Okay, so these are all different places on and around the planet. And you could, since you're looking at this, you could pick whatever one to start with. Let's say I just picked clouds because it's the first one, right? So I'm going to pick the starting clouds. So on my instructions here, on number 2 where it says starting station, right here where it says type station here, erase that and write clouds. So it's okay, go to that slide. If you have a single die at home with a 6-sided dice, you can roll that, or I included a link here that will do it for you on the computer. And there's other dice. What we know as dice are these standard 6-sided dice, or a D6. There's other ones here. And let's say I want to roll for myself. And I got a 6. So back on my game, I would type in 6. Remember, I had forgot to erase there. And then I'm going to see what happens. So on clouds, if I roll 6, that means it rains, and I go to the ocean. Okay. So on my chart, I would type that it rains. That's what was already there. And I will go to the ocean. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is it's raining. Raining is a part of weathering. And it can cause erosion like runoff. So I know that this is going to contribute to being a sedimentary rock. So see how there's an S here for abbreviation? It tells me that in my instructions that I can abbreviate. So I'm filling in my chart, and I write down where to go, what happens, and I put the type of rock I'm going to become. So you're looking for those two words like heat or pressure, weathering, erosion, composition, deposition, compaction. Those trigger words from our notes. Have your science notes handy, plus we've got it right here. So you'll go 15 different turns. So you're going to roll the dice 15 times and build this chart. The end point, what you're going to do with this information, is you're going to take the story of your rock and turn it into a comic strip. Okay, so kind of have this in the back of your mind. I'll explain the comic strip and put some examples up when we come back in January so you can see what people have done in the past. But think about it as if, you're personifying your rock, and it has this epic journey going through all of these adventures. And so be thinking about it as you're going through from station to station, how you can turn it into the story. Like what is happening to your rock, who is he meeting along the way. And we'll use that to create a 15-panel strip, one panel for each roll of the dice. Any questions? Feel free. Let me know.